Hello, guys. So we are almost done of the 7-week program. We had rest and stress management last week, and then this week we talked about how to support our emotions. So I want to first just talk a little bit about the rest and stress management piece, since we did not have a Zoom call that week. So I want to see, how are you guys doing in that area? I know that many people struggle with sleep for various reasons. And so I think one of the most important things that we talked about rest and stress management is the self-care piece, right? To take care of ourselves first, making sure that we're getting the proper amount of rest, and that we're winding down 30 minutes before we go to bed. We're disconnecting from TV, from our mobile devices, iPads, tablets, whatever, just disconnecting from that and having a routine where we maybe pray or journal or read or meditate, something, and get something in your diffuser that's calming and soothing to you, that will help you get a good night's sleep. You can also apply oils to the bottoms of your feet. And for those of you that maybe struggle even more with shutting down your mind and falling asleep, we shared the Serenity soft gels. Those are an awesome alternative to over-the-counter and prescription medications that are used as sleep aids. So if you haven't tried those, give those a try. I personally have no trouble falling asleep. I used to, but when I cut back on my caffeine and started taking my supplements and got off of all my prescription medications that I was on, sleep no longer was a problem for me. But I do love, and I shared my diffuser blend at night. My all-time favorite is bergamot, frankincense, and lavender. So find something that works good for you. Get those oils diffusing nightly, for sure. And then the stress management piece, we talked about eliminating things, clearing space, right? The things that trigger our stress levels, that we recognize, be mindful of that, and start clearing those things out. Make a list of all those things that come up for you throughout the day that you're thinking, I should have done this, or I need to do that. Make a list of those things, and then decide, is it something that I really need to do? If not, let it go. Completely surrender it, just let it go, right? Or you decide that I do need to get this done. You set a completion date and you get it done. Or you ask for help. Maybe you've got a friend, or maybe you need to hire help, and something that you don't enjoy doing, but it needs to get done. Maybe it's cleaning the house or whatever. You just need to ask for help, and that will help clear that space so that you don't feel overwhelmed, like you're carrying too much, and that will help with your stress management piece. Also, applying the grounding blend balance to the bottoms of your feet in the morning every day is very proactive, instead of waiting for the stress to overwhelm you or burden you. So that's pretty much it on the rest and stress management piece. If you've got more questions or you're struggling in that area, leave a comment, let us know so we can support you. And I want to just kind of dive in to the emotions. There's so much to talk about, and this is one of my favorite areas to coach people on, because I realized how much my emotions was affecting my physical health. And when I got that in check, things just started to fall in place. And of course, I did everything that we've been teaching you throughout this 6 weeks up until this point, that wellness lifestyle pyramid. But the emotions was a huge piece for me. And I didn't realize how much it was until I started using the iTovi. And before that, I used similar technology than the Zyto Compass. And then I upgraded to the iTovi, which I absolutely love. It's super convenient. Carry it with me all the time. I love scanning other people and helping them figure out what's going on. But that tool it's amazing, just to serve my family, serve others, and then also build my business. It really has been an incredible tool, and I'm going to offer, for anybody that's interested, a separate call on that, so I can kind of train you. Is the iTovi something that you want to have in your home? Is it something that you want to use as a, to help build your business. And I can explain to you in detail on a call how I use it to build my business. And I'd love to share that information with anybody that's interested in it, but that's kind of a separate thing from what we're teaching in this group. However, I do want to share it with you. So let me know if that's something that you want to learn more about, the strategies behind that. But as far as how it supports emotions, when you scan yourself, it tells you exactly what the oils are coming up for. So if it's for emotional or environmental, the way you respond to things in your surroundings, or if it's for physical. So when you find out what the emotional is, it's really interesting to find out or to see that those same oils will also support some of your physical issues, and that's where you see that your emotions do affect your physical health. So I hope that makes sense. We can talk more about that on a separate call, but I just want to take a minute and share with you guys now the app. So there's a couple apps. So I'm going to actually share my screen. Let's see if I can. Okay. And 1 second here. Make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, here we go. So we talked about how the Daily Drop app is a great beginner tool. It's free, so you can download that if you don't already have it. I highly recommend it. It's available for Android and for Apple users. So once you've downloaded it, you will see a little menu right over here on the side. This is kind of like a side screen of that. But the menu will come up if you click on this here. And I want you to just make sure that you go down to settings, click on settings, and then the screen that will come up looks like this here. And you're going to want to make sure that the show all videos right here is marked purple. Push notifications, that's totally up to you. You don't have to have that. I like to have that on there, so whenever doTERRA updates the Daily Drop videos, I get a notification. And if I haven't watched one in a while, it reminds me to hop on there and check that out. So you want to make sure that show all videos is selected. If it's not, then you're going to watch one video and have to wait another day before you can watch the next one. So that'll give you access to all the videos. Once you've done that in your settings, you can go back and hit this menu button again to take you back to this screen. And you can scroll down and you'll see all the different videos and on the different topics. And I circled emotional wellness here since that's kind of what we're focusing on this week. But you'll see that there's 18 different videos that help you learn a little bit more about how to support your emotions. And then if you go back and hit this menu button again, it's going to take you to the screen where we saw settings earlier. And you'll see that there is a option to determine your mood. So if you just select determine your mood, it'll take you to the next screen and you'll see this little assessment where you can go and you can slide these bars on a scale from 0 to 5 how you're feeling. So if you're feeling discouraged or you're feeling overwhelmed. So I had gone through this one and I was feeling tense and overwhelmed just with everything that was going on. And these are the oils that it suggested for me. So if you don't have access to an iTobi, which is a more advanced way to assess your emotions, and you want to start kind of playing with this, this is a great tool. It also suggests oils that can help. Sometimes our emotions, though, we're not even able to identify with what's really going on. Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not so obvious. That's where the iTobi comes into play. But here you can kind of go through this and like, yeah, I'm feeling a little bored, or maybe you just had, a falling out with somebody and you're feeling a little bitter, or maybe you've been, disconnected for a little bit. And so anyway, you just go through here and decide yes or no, do you feel that way, and rate yourself. And then it will list all the different oils that are recommended for you. You can start, diffusing those or making nasal inhalers like I had talked about earlier this week. There's ways that you can apply them over your heart, your wrists, behind your ears, you know, the pulse points, all those different areas that are great for supporting our emotions. But again, just smelling the aroma is awesome support. So the next app, which is, oh my gosh, so amazing, is Essential Emotions Reference. So I noticed that it kind of just did a ... here. So make a note of that. And it also says it right here, though. I just saw that. Okay, we're good. Essential Emotions Reference. So there's 3 different tabs when you download this app. I believe it cost me $6.99, but totally worth it. So you'll see under emotions, there's tons of different emotions listed alphabetically, similar to the Daily Drop, but more to choose from. And then there are oils, which is all the oils listed alphabetically. And you'll notice like the calming blend is, you know, so they have the proprietary names or the generic names, not the doTERRA names. So that's, you'll want to make sure that you have a reference guide so you know which ones are which, like the anti-aging blend is Immortelle, but they're alphabetical by the generic name. And then you have the body parts, which is super fun. You know, you just click on that body part and there's actual emotions that are attached to different areas of our body through our body's energy fields and stuff. It's so, so interesting. So play with that a little bit. If you're feeling, you know, maybe like you've got some achy ankles or something like that, click on that and just check it out. See what emotions are attached to that and see if that makes sense for you. Sometimes people will randomly get calf cramps, which sometimes means that there is low potassium, but there could be some emotions attached to that as well. So once you click on the emotions tab, this is just kind of an example of what you'll see within this app. So I selected anxious to make this slide. So it gives you a definition of what anxious is. And then it also lists all the different oils that support those emotions. And you can also click on those oils individually and learn more information on that particular oil. But then it also will show you that once you've used the essential oil to help shift from anxious, the opposite emotion is peaceful, right? So that's your goal. And you're going to do some work to get there. Besides just smelling the oil, this is taking things a little bit deeper, a little more intermediate, advanced way. But there's that, you know, a definition and then a look deeper. So over here is a processing support. And it's, you know, asking you some questions to ponder and to meditate on and to maybe even journal. Like, what is it that I am feeling right now? What's coming up? What do I feel like I need to control? And why? Why do I feel like I need to control this? And then there's some application suggestions here, how to use the oil, where to apply it, the back of the neck, shoulders, and over the heart. So it's very, very specific. And then it gives you an affirmation. You could write this with a dry erase marker on your mirror. You could put it on a Post-it note on your computer. You could put it on a little slide and save it to your screensaver on your phone. And you write down that affirmation that I trust all things will work together for my good. Just a little subtle reminder, but so powerful when it comes to feeling anxious, right? And then there is a visualization. So this is something that you could do while you're meditating, where you inhale the aroma of the oil, or maybe you take a bath with that oil and some Epsom salt, and you start to really visualize whatever it is that it suggests in that section. So for here, you know, imagine peace flowing over your body and from your higher source. So for me, that's God. And I just totally imagine his light, you know, just pouring over my body. And just creating this like perfect peace. So that is one way that you can use this as a tool to just, you know, help guide you. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen right now. And just wanted to kind of explain a little bit. Next week, we are going to be talking about cleansing and detoxing our body. Our environment and what we put on and in our body is so, so important. And unfortunately, we are constantly being exposed to toxins that we want to get rid of and try to eliminate, and then also detox out of our body the things that we just, can't really do a whole lot about. It's in our environment, but there are things that we can be proactive about. So we're going to talk about that, and that will conclude our program. We have shared so much information with you guys, almost too much in a 7-week period. And I realize that might have been overwhelming for some of you. And Lisa and I were talking, and this is the first time that we've done this. We've had a desire, and especially me, I was just like, this lifestyle pyramid and these things that I've implemented have completely changed my life. And I want to find a way to communicate it to others and really coach them and help them to be successful when it comes to living this wellness lifestyle. So Lisa and I were talking, and we were thinking, because it's been so much information, we want to leave this open for you. We want to leave this information available for you so you can go back to it. You can refer to it if there's an area that you just really want to focus on, not just for a week, but for a period of time, so that you can really start to build a better, healthier lifestyle. We want to have this available to you. So this is also something that we're going to want to repeat with more groups of people, and maybe even tweak some things along the way, find out what worked and what didn't work, and change things up a little bit. But we need to know from you if this is something that you're interested in. Was it valuable to you? Did you find this information helpful? Is it something you're going to want to have as a reference? So you want to stay in this event page and be able to access this information. If that is you and you're saying yes to that, we need to know, because we're going to clean house. We've got a lot of people in this group who didn't show up or weren't able to show up, or maybe they were invited by somebody and didn't even know what they were invited to. That happens sometimes with groups. We get excited and we just add people that we care about, but they don't know what it's all about. So Lisa and I will be going in and deleting out anybody that doesn't want to be here, anybody that doesn't is interested in this information. So you need to communicate to us if you want to stay in this group and have that information available to you. And I have decided to take it a step further, because I believe that there are people in this group that truly desire change and had a desire to fully show up, and then life happened and they got busy, they got distracted, and are still wanting that change, but feeling like they've missed too much or didn't know if it was okay to just dive back in where they were at. So for that reason, I am going to be offering 2 different things. So 2 options. Option number 1 is to set up an hour-and-a-half call with me. Personal coaching, helping you set your goals, reevaluating things, coming up with a game plan, helping you figure out what it is that you need to focus on most, finding a way to implement this into your lifestyle, tailor-made for you, your home, your schedule, your routine. So that's one-on-one coaching for an hour-and-a-half to just really set you up for success, and then leave this information open for you to where you can keep going back and grabbing these tools and this information that we've been sharing throughout the 7 weeks. And option number 2 would be to take it one more step to, really diving in, and that would be 5 weeks of 1-hour calls with me, one-on-one, where we start with finding out what it is, that getting super duper clear. What do you want to see happen for you? What results are you looking for that you haven't gotten yet? What is it that you want to work on? And we start there, and then we work through that. And I continue to coach you and help you break through any limited beliefs or fears that are holding you back from what you want in your life. Different nutritional, diet changing type stuff, so we can tweak things and work with what's working, what's not working. talk about diffusing stuff. If you're local, we'll definitely be incorporating the iToby. If not, we will find somebody in your area that can maybe get you a scan so we can do it even more tailor-made. But this is 5 one-hour calls with me. So I only have space for so many people because that's very time consuming. And I will be sharing more about that at the end of week 7. So just be thinking about it. Is this for you? Is this something that you want? Are you serious? You know, how serious are you about really changing your family's lifestyle, your personal lifestyle, and getting healthy, right? That's what this is all about. And I'm here to support you. Lisa is here, and we just want to make sure that we are providing the best support. And, you know, I think that's it for now. Just be thinking about that. Is that something that you want? So 3 different levels. Level 1, just staying in the group, having access to this information that we've shared. 2 would be a 1.5 hour call, just kind of getting you set up for some success, and then you go back and you look through this stuff on your own. Or 3 would be all in coaching, 5 one-hour sessions. And if you choose to continue to coach with me after that, that's fantastic. We can talk about that. But for right now, this is what I'm offering, is 5 weeks of coaching. And we will pick a call time that works best for you and your schedule so that you can show up every week for an hour. So think about that. All right, and I think that's it for now. I will see you all on Sunday. I will be posting a quick commercial about what's coming this next week on detoxing, and that is it. Good night.